September 19th. And I haven't been posting videos on YouTube like I want to. I've recently gotten a vehicle. So I've been enjoying myself driving around. I'm not a sponsor, but I definitely encourage you guys to check out Carvana. It's pretty cool. It's definitely hassle-free. And it's a 2017 vehicle. It's definitely nice. I'm going to read more of The Art of War. And hopefully more of the Bible. You guys definitely check out my Facebook. There's a lot of information that is going through my head that I'm not putting on YouTube or putting on a camera that I definitely want to. I know I should, but I'm not really doing it like I want to. I'm going to read The Art of War, Chapter 2. It's called Waging War. Sun Tzu said, in the operations of war, where there are in the field 1,000 swift chariots, as many heavy chariots, and 100,000 mail-clad soldiers, with provisions enough to carry them 1,000 li. The expenditure at home and at the front, including entertainment of guests, small items such as glue and paint, and sums spent on chariots and armor, will reach the total of 1,000 ounces of silver per day, such as the cost of raising an army of 100,000 men.
Doesn't matter if you're a vlogger, a beauty blogger, a traveler, or a comedian. Epidemic Sound has the right music for you.
You guys remember that Transformers commercial? You know they came out with Transformers Dark of the Moon? You remember the first Transformers commercial where you see an Autobot reach for the Range Rover? the Mars rover. And there's astronauts on the moon. Anyways, I don't understand the first verse of chapter 2. Number 2, when you engage in actual fighting, if victory is long in coming, then men's weapons will grow dull and their ardor will be damped. If you lay siege to a town, you will exhaust your strength. Okay, so this seems to be talking about the cost of war. I know it's titled Waging War. Again, if the campaign is protracted, the resources of the state will not be equal to the strain. Now, when your weapons are dulled, your ardor damped, your strength is exhausted, and your treasure spent, other chieftains will spring up to take advantage of your extremity. Then no man, however wise, will be able to avert the consequences that must ensue. I guess that verse 4, it seems to encourage Plan B, something to fall back on, some sort of reserve of defense. Verse 5, thus, though we have heard of stupid haste in war, cleverness has never been seen associated with long delays. Verse 5 seems to suggest improvisation. Verse 6, there is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged warfare. Verse 7, it is only one who is thoroughly acquainted with the evils of war that can thoroughly understand the profitable way of carrying it on. There's only one who is thoroughly acquainted with the evils of war that can thoroughly understand the profitable way of carrying it on. I don't understand that verse. Verse 8, the skillful soldier does not raise a second levy. Neither are his supply wagons loaded more than twice. The skillful soldier does not raise a second levy. Okay, so this seems to suggest, with my understanding, do not go to war if you might lose. I've read in chapter 1 that what I would call cowering running away from a fight is encouraged. It seems in the art of war, it is encouraged not to fight if there is a chance of loss, and I don't agree with it. With respect. Number 9, bring war material with you from home, but forage on the enemy, thus the army will have food enough for its needs. Poverty of the state exchequer causes an army to be maintained by contributions from a distance. Okay. So at the expense of the state, the army is maintained. This encourages taxation. Contributing to maintain an army at a distance causes the people to be impoverished. So, if all spend a little, all save a lot, I guess. You consider our military and our law enforcement today, despite the taxes that we pay, there are people who have plenty. Of course, there are poor people, but verse 10 seems to be talking about taxation. Number 11, on the other hand, the proximity of an army causes prices to go up, and high prices cause the people's substance to be drained away. When their substance is drained away, the peasantry will be afflicted by heavy exactions. Maybe corrections. The peasantry will be afflicted by heavy exactions. 13 and 14, with this loss of substance and exhaustion of strength, the homes of the people will be stripped bare, and 3/10 of their income will be dissipated. While government expenses for broken chariots, worn out horses, breastplates and helmets, bows and arrows, spears and shields, protective mantlets, draught oxen, and heavy wagons will amount to 4/10 of its total revenue. Hence, a wise general makes a point of foraging on the enemy. One cartload of the enemy's provisions is equivalent to 20 of one's own, and likewise a single pickle of his provender is equivalent to 20 from one's own store. I agree, and I'm going to say something that might be disturbing to you. You guys know that people prepare for the zombie apocalypse, and I'm not encouraging you to do something you don't want to do. But pets are this is a thought I had, and I know it's weird. Pets can be rations, for lack of a better statement. I don't want to say it, but it's a thought I had. You know, if I'm with my children or something, and me and my kids are starving, and we got a dog, the family dog, you know, we're gonna eat the dog. I don't have a pet, but I encourage you guys to get one, definitely. Even if you don't want to eat it. Anyways. Now, in order to kill the enemy, our men must be roused to anger, that there may be advantage from defeating the enemy. They must have their rewards. This seems very conservative, very doctrinal. I encourage contentment. What is it you expect upon victory? Gain is the root of all evil. Also, I don't encourage anger. I know it's in the Bible that peace is preservation of things destroyed over time. When I was in the military, anger was encouraged. I call it motivation. Also, as far as rewards go, if you plan to reward, do it wisely. No pleasure if it causes someone else's pain. Another idea I have is to make the reward a surprise. You know, I know people who go above and beyond. Expecting to get more than they were told they would get. This kind of person may be a traitor. I hope you guys hear my words. I hope you understand them. To the lessers, to the underlings, be selfless. Don't do it for you, do it for your leader. Therefore, in chariot fighting, when 10 or more chariots have been taken, those should be rewarded who took the first. Our own flags should be substituted for those of the enemy. And the chariots mingled and used in conjunction with ours. The captured soldiers should be kindly treated and kept. For lack of a better word, verse 17 encourages adoption. This isn't for you as an underling. This is for you as a leader. This is for you. This encourages you to give to your underlings, to the people who do things for you. It's not for you to expect. Verse 18, this is called using the conquered foe to augment one's own strength. In war, then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns. I agree. I don't know the definition of campaign. Victory does not mean someone has to die. the Bible about punishment and love of our children. Let your punishment be quick and swift. It's most productive. Verse 20, thus it may be known that the leader of armies is the arbiter of the people's fate, the man on whom it depends whether the nation shall be in peace or in peril. I don't understand verse 20. Thus it may be known that the leader of armies is the arbiter of the people's fate, or manipulator, the arbiter, the influencer. That's my understanding of the people's fate. You have responsibility to your underlings. This is not about taking, this is about giving as a leader. The man on whom it depends whether the nation shall be in peace or in peril. Consider your underlings. That's the end of chapter 2 of The Art of War. Hopefully I'm going to read the Bible soon. Hopefully I'm going to talk about a lot of the memories and hallucinations I'm having. I've been slacking as far as Facebook goes, or as far as YouTube goes.